Night at the Roxbury.
What are you doing?
Checking your label, just as I thought. Made in heaven.
Is it one of the iconic sketches with you and Will Ferrell? It became a movie. It
Yeah,
was so
that was-
iconic.
What's up? Get hold of yourself, all right? Sorry, it's hottie overload in here.
Lorne Michaels called me over Christmas break and asked if I'd be interested in doing a movie. And it was kind of a shock because, well, I mean, it was, you know, it's a film. I've never done a film before. And it was the lead role, so, and I would be writing it with Will. The shock was, that the characters never spoke.
Right.
And now we're gonna do an hour-and-a-half movie where we spoke. So we had to, like, make them characters. So we really made something out of nothing.
I mean, I think what resonated with all of us, I think especially women, is like we all run into those guys.
Right.
We all like had an encounter with those guys.
Yeah.
You know?
And that look has come back too. A lot of people have that look now with that necklace and those suits.
100%. Can the brothers ever make a comeback, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, those guys are still around.
Have you ever have you talked about
Talked
that
to Will about it? Not
that?
quite. No, I mean, we talk about other things.
Yeah.
But we haven't brought that up.
What did we do wrong? We'll change.
You can't change.
I mean, we're in the land of like remakes and revisits and reboots. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? It's still funny to this day. It's never not funny.
Well, that's good to know.
You know, absolutely. Did you have nerve-wracking moments? What was like the most nerve-wracking moment for you?
I guess, you know, doing the Roxbury guys, and we did it with Jim Carrey. So it was the three of us, Jim Carrey, and that was a big deal because Jim Carrey was Jim Carrey. And the three of us did it, and that was nerve-wracking at first because we wanted to keep up with the head bopping, you know.
And Jim could be the ultimate head bopper.
Yeah, his head was like here to here, you know, over there. So, you know, that was a little nerve-wracking at first.
The character that almost didn't make it?
This is Mr. Peepers. He comes to us from the Amazon rainforest.
But Chris went all in during the SNL table read to get Mr. Peepers on the show.
Peepers does have a weak peripheral vision.
I tried it out on SNL a few times, and nobody liked it at first until Tom Hanks hosted.
Okay.
And he loved it. So the reason why that character even ever saw the light of day is because of Tom Hanks.
I love that.
Yeah.
It looked exhausting. Was it as exhausting as it looked?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like, but I really channeled, you know, that character, and I didn't really. You're kind of unaware of what you're doing when you're channeling a character sometimes. The character eats an apple and spits it out, and so I had to do it. Instead of just reading it, Lorne Michaels would read the stage direction.
Sure.
So instead of just reading, you know, Mr. Peepers eats an apple and spits it out, I got out of my seat and did it. So that made it easier for it to get into the lineup.
Now, right now, Mr. Peepers' behavior is an example of what happens when an animal is forced out of its natural environment.
Lorne Michaels is kind of like the comedian whisperer.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, he really does. He's got that reputation of shaping incredible careers. What was the best advice that he ever gave you?
Best advice. No, I'm trying to think of what the best advice he said. No, he would just compliment me.
Okay.
When it worked, it worked.
Right.
You know, he would say, "Good show." No, that's what he would say.
And that's the ultimate.
Yeah, that would be the ultimate.
Exactly.
As for this iconic character,
I think Mango was my favorite.
Oh, thank you.
I absolutely think Mango was my favorite. He was definitely, I think, one of your most beloved characters.
That was one of the more popular ones.
Yeah, what was the inspiration behind Mango?
Mango was based on my, well, two things. My dog was a Dalmatian dog that would, like, kind of turn over like this and just kind of do a come hither look. Like if you go, her name was Winnie, you go, Winnie, Winnie. And Winnie was like, what is it? Like that. That's like, Mango was like that. And my girlfriend at the time, who would be like, she was Russian, and she'd be like, no, Chris, I hate you. Like that. So I combined the both of them. They both had a quality. Then I put them both, and that became Mango.
That's amazing.
This guy is good. He's making love to the camera.
Did you expect Mango to become like such a fan favorite? I mean, I know, you know, you do things and you just think they're funny, but like, sometimes you just don't realize what people are gonna glom onto.
Right. No, I had no idea.
When did you realize like Mango was a little different? Like people really loved Mango.
I think when Garth Brooks was on,
You're crazy! Get away from Mango!
I think that's it, because he was, at the time, he was like the king.
Yes.
The fact that he liked this little dress, you know, this stripper, and he was in love with him was shocking to a lot of people.
You're like such a fool. I guess I'll be going.
Yes, that's right. I hate you.
But,
No, get out.
oh, don't tease me that way.
What? I don't tease you.
If you could return to SNL for like the anniversary, would you? And you had to pick a character to do it.
Yeah,
What
do
would
again.
You, who would you pick?
I guess Mango. Mango's easier.
Yeah.
Mr. Peepers a little hard to do, probably right now at my age. But I could do it.
No, you could. You totally could.
Yeah,
do
I
it.
could do
you
it.
totally
Yeah,
could do it.
yeah.
It's Saturday Night Live.
SNL, we're celebrating 50 years, which still blows my mind, Chris, that
Yeah.
this show has been going on for 50 years. How does it feel when you know that you were such a part of such an iconic brand, such an iconic franchise, such as SNL?
Well, I mean, it's an honor to be
Yeah.
part of something like that, you know, and the fact that it's still around and still pumping out amazing talent and, you know, and I'm very excited for this up-and-coming special.
Your era of SNL was huge. I mean, you had yourself, you had Will Ferrell, Tina Fey, Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
Like, working with that cast,
Yeah,
I
it
can't
was
imagine
great.
it was like Christmas every day.
Yeah, it was an amazing cast. Fallon
Mm-hmm.
and Seth Meyers and Amy Poehler, Molly Shannon.
My gosh.
Yeah, it was an impeccable cast. So
Do you
to
have
be
a
around
favorite
that.
memory behind the scenes? Was it like the writing processes? I mean, I can't imagine what those late nights were like.
Well, all those late nights were great. You know, something happens when you stay up too late.
And you're just
and
running
you're
on
still
fumes.
running on
Yeah.
fumes. You're not really thinking correctly, but your creative juices come out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a different creative level, and that takes over, and that can develop characters as well.
When you
Yeah.
look back, though, and think back over the years, I mean, how do you think the show has changed since your time there? Because it still blows my mind that we're 5 decades in and the show is still relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think the difference is back then we were more like the not ready for primetime players,
Okay.
which is initially what SNL cast was known to be called.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's more like, you know, you can be in a film immediately now, which is the difference. It took sometimes years
Yeah.
to be in the cast to ever even be seen. You know, get that chance.
I'm just thinking about like your cast. It was
Yeah.
special.
Oh yeah, it was an amazing
Like-
cast.
Sorry, I guess a Star is born.
What do you think the legacy of Saturday Night Live is?
The legacy is just overall like just incredible talent and where they came from. The most talented people you ever seen in your life came from the same place, and that's Saturday Night Live.